So I'll talk about the Expanse core, my current program, expanseonline.co. And we have a core program. You mentioned the core because basically beyond that, it's pure choice. So if kids want to do Japanese or STEM or whatever, but the core consists of several key components. One is community. So we spend time, half an hour each day, just having kids connect. It's actually really important. People are talking about social emotional learning all the time, but insofar as they are telling the kids didactically, this is what it means to be socially healthy, they're idiots. No, you create positive experiences. Hello, not hard.
Right.
So 15 to 1. Next, a bit more intentional. We think of it as personal development, conversational, but how do we become amazing people? And actually kids are interested in that. Not if we preach, you don't say, eat your spinach, whatever. No, what do we do if people are annoying? What do we do if we're angry? How do we figure out what we're going to do? How do we figure out life? Kids actually want to figure out life. So we have, again, a conversational based place where kids can figure out life in a systematic way and learn both internal and external skills over time, but by means of peers and examples. Then little break, Socratic, we read and discuss difficult texts in philosophy, literature, poetry, anthropology, economics, political science. The idea is, again, not to preach to them about anything, but expose them. This is where the expanse comes from. I want them to think about all kinds of things. The world is crazy. The world is wild. The world is really hard to understand. So let's spend time thinking about it. Turns out kids love thinking, talking, and arguing with each other. Then writing, I always say I love learning. I hate school. I especially hated language arts class. The teacher would give me assignment on the symbolism of blah, blah, blah. And they're like, why, what? This is stupid. For us, again, writing's a superpower. No, Matt just said that public school is the greatest thing on earth because of A, B, and C, and I think it's terrible because of X, Y, and Z. We just outlined your essay.
Yeah.
In this passionate argument, we outlined your essay. So essay writing becomes natural, organic. How to nail the points. If you want to write it as a business email, fine. The whole thing is organizing your ideas. Then projects, we support students in doing their own personal projects of whatever sort. So that's totally about the student. You're the star of the show. When I interview students, what do you love? Why do you love it? And when the kids are young, it includes things like, sharpening and waxing in their own skis for downhill ski racer, or learning to cook their favorite meals. But I've been doing this for a while. As high school seniors, I had students creating the official website for an American Idol finalist. And so that was his celebrity website for a year.
Wow.
Then he fired them, which was a good experience. I had a kid create a 3-day music festival as a senior. He started off as a sophomore, booking bands, booking venues, selling tickets, made $8,000 as a senior, 3-day music festival, $80,000 budget, bands from around the world. He was a cool dude in that genre of music.
Yeah.
I've had kids write novels, create software companies, day trader. I had a kid who was a photographer, had a photography business. He made $2,000. He became a day trader and cranked it up to $10,000. So real world projects based on the student interests, and our job is to be a supportive ecosystem. And then finally, half an hour of one-on-one mentoring where we mentor kids. How's your academics going? How's your project going? How are you figuring out your life? How are you doing socially, emotionally? What can I do to support you? Executives have a personal coach, so we give every kid a half an hour personal coach. So that's basically the core. It's all about how to support you in becoming amazing. And then beyond that, if you want to study, STEM or Japanese or animation, whatever, we support you in that. But that core, again, goes back to being articulate, being confident, knowing who you are, conscious development of personal identity, how to become amazing. Voila. And the thing is, kids love it. And I think they're much happier and better off. So I also want to talk about how being more involved in your child's education and not as a recipient of the school, but really thinking about who they are and who they should be makes you much closer to your children. I think another of the tragedies of modernity is there's this notion you send your kid off, the professionals deal with them, they come back, what happened at school today? Nothing. And then they, watch YouTube or whatever, play video games, and maybe you still have a family meal. Like, no. Let's do this together. Let's work together. Let's play together. Let's figure out life together and have it be a fun, cool family adventure.